Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Virgo, welcome. Virgo, I'm getting used to this new system. Virgo, thanks so much for being here. Welcome to your monthly reading for September, and happy birthday. This is a really big month for you. This is honestly, and by the way, if you're new to my channel, I do your astrological overview, then I'm going to do your spread, then I'm going to break it down week by week. Gonna pull more cards for you, Virgo. And if you saw my last live stream, you will know that I'll leave it at the end of this video that I am definitely, these forecasts are gonna be a little bit shorter than normal. And I'm gonna talk really fast to get these in because it is Friday already. I'm doing a marathon, recording 12 videos in one day. And I'm at Virgo. So if you need to adjust your settings, you can do it if you need to hear me talk slower. Anyway, now September, let's talk. All right, best aspects of the month. Always you'll see the asterisks, right? So let's talk about September. It's eclipse season, as you know, and eclipses are game changers. They're wild cards. They truly represent like significant endings and beginnings. So part of a storyline that you've been experiencing for a long time because you've had the north south node in your sign, right, since February. So you've been going through some moments, Virgo, and let me tell you, I have been right there with you as a Virgo moon. My mom's a Virgo, Ruby's a Virgo. I get it. And because these eclipses are in the Virgo Pisces axis, there may be some health matters that I want you to really pay attention to, okay? I'm trying to not get the light because I'm filming at a certain time of day where I normally don't do it. There you go. Health matters, physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, all of it. Gut health, you know, Virgo, you rule the digestive system. Keep that in mind, okay? Because even with the rare grand trine, that prism portal, and if you don't know what that is, then that's also something I'll leave up in the description box of the video, what every sign can expect for the next 2 years, okay? The Saturn-Neptune conjunction video. It still remains out with the old, in with the new. That is a huge part of September. You're going to see that. You're going to see big shifts. These are really big eclipses, one in your sign, all right? So just keep that in mind. September is pretty major, and it's not just because of the eclipses, all right? It's a lot of other things. It's all the major aspects from August spilling over into September. It's the fact that these eclipses are surrounded by clusters of kind of challenging aspects. So I just want you to be very mindful of the fact there's going to be change in September. And the last reason why is because the planets have come out hard to play. Every single one. That's Mercury, Venus, Mars, all the inner planets. They're changing signs. Great news is Mercury's moving into your sign. You're going to love that. You've got the sun in your sign. Happy birthday. But some of the aspects are a little, challenging. Jupiter, Jupiter's going to make a few cameos. Jupiter's going to align with the North Node, which is actually going to be really, really, really special for you. It's been the first time in many years. And then all the outer planets, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, all retrograde, okay? Or they're going retrograde. I mean, this is a big month of reflection as well. And of course, we can't forget the luminaries, the sun and moon, right? Right on the nose. Therefore, these eclipses, and they're strong. So if you didn't notice, that was all the planets. That's all the heavenly bodies. They're all in our solar system. They're all active AF this month. And so you see right off the bat, Saturn going retrograde, okay? Monday, September 1st until February 2026. You know about the Great Reset. If you don't, watch that video. But this is big because everything that I said about taking action, inspired action over the summer where you want to be by February 2026, I hope you did. And you still can this month as well, right? But you create your reality. And that's why I wanted you to, because what's happening now and what's going to happen for the rest of the year, a lot of the planets are going to go back to where they were in the beginning of the year. So it's like these, kind of like a deja vu, but you're getting these check-ins from the planets before you really embark on your new journey, this new era for you. All right. So Saturn is a planet of authority, restrictions, commitments, responsibility, reality checks. Okay. Moving back into Pisces, a big deal. So Saturn's been here for 2 years, since March 2023. And has been testing you in terms of partnerships, love, marriage, relationships, contracts. Your seventh house. Pisces is your opposite sign. If you want a little bit of an idea, think about May 2025, April, May 2025, what happened around that time, okay? Because Saturn was at that same degree point. Now, Saturn is going to be like Gordon Ramsay this month, okay? You're on MasterChef. You made it to the finals, okay? And this is now the final, like the final test on your spaghetti, okay? Saturn's coming in and he's going to be like, all right, the past 2 years since I've been in Pisces, what have you learned? What have you learned? How have you evolved? So he's going to test you, all right? But remember, you've already done most of the work the past 2 years. This is just a check-in, but he's still going to be like, yeah, sure, you're a finalist, but still got to taste your pasta. Now, you also have to pass this test, all right? Remember, Saturn can bring a little bit of that energy where it's a little challenging and he can, he's karma. That's the biggest thing that I want you to take away, especially the first week, because he rewards you if you work hard, right? When you put in the work toward partnerships, relationships, contracts, marriage, everything I said earlier, that seventh house area, your relationship with other people, okay? And that can be work related. That can be, partnership, even like your agent or, you know what I mean? Like your publicist, whatever. It's just one-on-one, all right? But the Saturn being karma, you see what's happening. So we do have that eclipse. And it's the North Node is in Pisces, the karmic node of fate, your destiny, your life purpose, your mission statement in Pisces. You have an eclipse in Pisces, as you can see. And so it's a big week, okay? It's a big week. It's a big week of letting go. And that's part of the test. There's something you've got to let go. All right? And it's a really good time to just impress Gordon Ramsay and Saturn. Put some caviar on your meatballs, whatever it is. This eclipse, by the way, with Saturn going retrograde at the same, like just sandwiched into this week, you're going to have a lot of questions go through your head. What have I mastered in the past 2 years when it comes to partnerships, relationships, current ones I'm in, the ones that I want to be in? How far have I come? Have I been real with myself? Saturn's reality checks, right? Is this even what I want for the future? Is this my big dream? Pisces is dreams. Remember, Saturn's here to help you make your dreams become reality. So there may be some big decisions this month because eclipses they're energy strong. They're 10, 20, 100 times the power of a new moon, full moon. So a lot of y'all are going to be feeling it even before you move into September. A lot of you are going to be feeling it, after this eclipse. And that's not the only thing. On September 3rd, Jupiter will trine the North Node. So that's really great. You're going to feel that all week. So that helps with a lot of these energies. And Jupiter being the ruler for Pisces, connecting with the North Node in Pisces, the eclipse, therefore Jupiter is trining the eclipse, right? 18 degrees, you're really going to feel it. So Jupiter is bringing a lot of great emphasis, luck, good fortune, abundance, wisdom, expansion on your spiritual path. It's your North Node, on your destiny. And Jupiter being exalted in Cancer is strong. That is your 11th house. So there may be some support that you get from friends, from people that you love, from people that you trust, and groups you belong to, benefactors, allies. It's really nice, okay? Now, there's definitely something you're meant to learn, and it's really about shifting your perspective this week. Especially a lot of home and family stuff too. All right, so cross watchers, if you do watch for your rising or your moon, or for your wife Lisa, or for your husband Mickey, whoever, right, your intern. This is going to be a nice Jupiter trine North Node. All the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces will feel it the most. If you know your natal chart, if you have any planets, 16 to 20 degrees, yeah, they're really going to feel it in any of those signs, by the way. All right. So the other thing is, I really want you to pay attention to the first week. And I'm going to load up here because if you, again, saw my live stream, I am taking time off for some time. Yeah, Ruby needs a break. She needs, her birthday's coming up too. So I'm skipping the first week. Okay. When we come back. So that's why I'm going to load up here. Now, Tuesday, September 2nd, Mercury moving into Virgo. Amazing. There you go. Until the 18th. Amazing. All right. And yes, there's more in the back. So Mercury is going to be joining the sun. Mercury is exalted in your sign. I don't know if you know that. Mercury is also domicile and exalted, meaning Mercury, your ruler, does his best for you in your sign. So you're going to feel in your element, in the zone, like feeling very grounded, practical, very analytical energy, logical, just this reliability. It's amazing, especially with communication, thinking, logic, ideas, everything that's said, right? Taking a step back, doing the math on things instead of jumping into things, observing things. We're talking more Velma than Daphne, you know? So just keep that in mind. All right. You're going to love this. You're going to thrive on this. However, September 3rd, you do see Mercury in your sign, squaring Uranus and Gemini. Now, this is a little bit stronger than you would think because Mercury actually rules you and Gemini, and Mercury happens to be the lower octave of Uranus. So, yeah, they're related. It's a square. There's a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of a, tension here. And yeah, Mercury is a messenger, but with an aspect like this, you do see his trickster side. So just be mindful. It is Uranus that brings surprises, the unexpected. Just be mindful in communication. There may be some conversations that go heated, or because look at what's happening the next day. There can be unexpected messages, DMs. There could be some things that happen with technology, the internet, even space, if you're an astronaut, because it is Uranus. Anyway, and Gemini bad, you get it. Use these aspects. Don't let them use you. Now, here's the big thing. Uranus and Gemini, remember, that rules your 10th house of career. All right? Mercury's in your sign. There's something here with career. If you're not here for career, what are you passionate about? What are you expending your energy into? That's the 10th house. It's fame. It's very public facing. It's your reputation. It's honors and achievements. So just keep that in mind. There may be something here, but like I always say, you can use these aspects. Okay. This is very innovative. It's being experimental, thinking outside the box, freeing your mind, all of that. And Uranus is still trining Pluto all month. Wow. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. And so Pluto is in Aquarius. Remember, that rules your 6th house, and that's your home. 6th house is work. So you see how you have the 2 work career houses activated at this point. Just be mindful, okay? And the other thing is, it could be you that says something, you announce something unexpectedly. So again, it's not, I want you to think of it as this but it is a square. So just use it, practice patience, be responsive, not reactive. September 4th, Thursday, you've got Mars in Libra squaring Jupiter in Cancer. So this is something where, honestly, just focus on patience and compromise. That's it. Easy peasy, you can make big moves. Again, you can use these aspects. Jupiter, luck, fortune. Jupiter expands. Mars doesn't do so well in Libra. That's the thing, okay? And it is a square. So this can be like, even if there's something that happened the day before, something was said, you just expending energy into something that's just so not worth it. And it's like you getting riled up about something that's just, it's just taking up all your energy that you could be applying somewhere else. So just keep that in mind. Remember, you're on a karmic journey. Everything has ripple effects. Everything's made of energy. You create your reality. All right. Mars can be a little aggressive here and a sign of diplomacy. So there may be something here with money. All right. You've got Jupiter and Cancer in 11th, like I said. So other people, your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. There just may be something here where I would recommend maybe not loaning friends money or giving money to groups of people on the street that you don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like things like that, right? But it can be like burnout energy too. But Jupiter is exalted. Remember that. So Jupiter's in the stronger position. And I would just absorb more of Jupiter's energy. Now, Friday, September 5th, Uranus will go retrograde in Gemini until November 7th. Uranus and Gemini, your 10th house of career and fame and, social status, leadership, all of that. So Uranus being the sky god, lightning, right? The great awakener. Yeah. Thank you for all those who have signed up. Progress, innovation, breakthroughs, the future, but also unexpected and surprises. Okay. When Uranus moves, you feel it. You may feel this. And again, it's in your 10th house of career. There just may be something there that is asking you to go within. Go within, do some reflecting, expanding your consciousness, especially anything that has happened since July 7th, because Uranus going retrograde will go back over those degree points. Okay. And this is part of your revolution, your evolution, all of that. Okay. Now, September 7th, the full moon, lunar eclipse. Okay. In Pisces, 15 degrees. I did a video on what to expect with eclipses, what to do, what not to do. I'll leave that in the description box as well. Just again, be mindful of eclipses. They're game changers, and they have a tendency to bring the unexpected, and they can eclipse things from your life. So again, for you, it's your 7th house. There may be a breakup. There may be a divorce. Those are just things that are possible with an eclipse like this. All right, maybe the ending of a contract with someone that you're like, you know, you're not good at picking up the straws off my floor, and so I'm gonna get someone else on task to grab it, whatever it is, right? So that's all I'm saying. It's a lunar eclipse. Completion is something ending, but eclipses clear the path forward for you, and so you do see the benefit of why something may have happened unexpectedly. Should it happen, remember, every Virgo is different. You have different birth charts. Everyone's going to feel it in different ways. Everything is cyclical too. So if you want to get an idea of what may happen around this time, think about September 2006 to September 2008. Okay. Eclipses are 19-year cycles, right? So your birthday season for like those 2 years. And if you don't want to think that far back, just think about the new moon solar eclipse in Pisces last September 17th. But think about the entire month. Remember, a lot of y'all feel the eclipse like weeks before, weeks after. Some of you like right on the dot. Okay. But it is really starting that started a whole new chapter in your life. Again, maybe something you're with, partnerships, relationships. Maybe you were going steady with someone and then y'all got engaged. Things like that. Okay. Just think new chapter. And again, each of y'all are going to feel it in different ways on different days. It could be gradual. Again, you have different birth charts. Birth charts it's like your fingerprint, right? Nobody has the same fingerprint. Okay. This eclipse is a lunar eclipse. It's emotional. It's powerful. It's big. It's potent. There is a lot of release. It's also like very cathartic. Okay. Remember, it's how you handle the energies. It's very spiritual. Yeah. It's very feminine, sensitive. That's Pisces energy. So again, don't try to force anything with eclipses. All right. Go with the flow with the go. Water flows. That is a water sign. And remember, eclipses do push you on your path that you need to be on. All right. So there is a sense of like a little bit of like awakening with this one as well. And to double down on something that you may have closure in, something ending, is not only is it a full moon where things are illuminated and its endings is the endings of chapters, closure, the South Node is in your sign. Okay. So that's activated. And so there is that sense of like also release. Yeah. Purging, detox, purification, things that, Virgo is known for, the archetype, what has to go. This is your energy. Yeah. So I want you to really feel this full moon. What's disrupting your energy field, your biofield, what has to change, what is not negotiable for you. Yeah. Because there is a double dose of something's got to go. We've got to release this. And it just could be a phase in your life. All right. That has to do, again, the emphasis is relationships. All right. And contracts and marriage. So, who's going to feel this the most? Well, mutable signs. It'll be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Cancer and Scorpio. I'm throwing in all the water signs. They're really going to feel this. Now, if you know your chart, if you have any planets 16 to 20 degrees in any of those signs, you're going to feel it. Now, Friday, September 12th. This is big. This is amazing. And this is one of the best days for you. for everybody, but for you particularly, because it's the sun and Mercury sextile Jupiter. Remember, the sun and Mercury are in your sign. The best, luckiest aspect of the month happens to be, with the sun and Mercury in your sign. So you have the sun sextile Jupiter, you have Mercury sextile Jupiter, but what are the chances that these two aspects, average twice a year they happen, right? They're happening on the same day. So powerful day, powerful weekend, to be honest. Sextiles are windows of opportunity. Please take action. Yeah. There's Jupiter and the sun is optimism. It's growth. It's, opportunities. You got Mercury here, communication, 6-9 Jupiter. So this is good news. You're receiving good news. This is even you maybe announcing good news. This is great for job interviews, for lucky negotiations, asking for a raise, signing a contract, all of that. You got blessings, big time, expanding your mind. Just be present, be social, network, put yourself out there. All right. What's not on the whiteboard is that this is the sun and Mercury aligning. So we have a Mercury Cazimi at the same time too. That's bonkers. Okay. It's really bonkers. There's that refresh, clarity. It's like light bulb moments as well. It's so purifying, and it's in your sign. What else is happening is that that's going to happen at 20 degrees, and it's basically on the south node as well. Remember, the south node is in your sign. So it's almost like this big light bulb moment of what you have to release. And when I say what you have to release, remember old patterns, habits, old systems, structures, ways of thinking. You're going to have that clarity, all right? And a lot of y'all, it's going to be career that may be on your mind, all right? Who's going to feel this the most? Mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Okay? Especially Gemini, by the way, and that's why I'm saying career, because the moon will be in Gemini this day. Therefore, the moon will conjunct Uranus in your 10th house of career and fame, forming a mini grand trine with Pluto and Aquarius. That's going to sextile Neptune and Aries. Like, this is big for you. Okay? It's great for you. Now, and remember, we're going to go deeper in these aspects as I flip this around. In your weekly forecast, I'm just going to do a couple here. And again, okay, there we go. I think you can see it. Well, you do see Venus sextile Mars Monday, September 15th. I, really love this for you. I think this is one of the best aspects for you. If you are here for money, Venus is money. Mars and Libra is in your second house of money and finances and salary. So wonderful. Okay. Window of opportunity here. Great. Then you've got Mercury. It gets a little messy because there are some oppositions. Mercury moves into Libra. Yeah, you see that? Leaves your sign. That was a hot second, right? In your sign. So take advantage of Mercury in your sign. And you still have Mars in Libra at this point. So a lot of focus on money. Libra rules your second house of money. And so if you're not here for money, self-worth, self-value, the things that you value, material possessions, all of that, okay? Libra is all partnerships, relationships too. And because you have the North Node there, you still will have a lot of emphasis on that, okay? And marriage is a thing. And legal matters as well, like the courts, there may be some stuff, okay? And like you could be getting married, like, signing this certificate, things like that. And then let's see, yeah, you see a couple trines. Venus is moving into your sign though. That's a bigger thing. September 19th. That's great. There you go. You got the planet of love and beauty and money and creativity and harmony in your sign. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. So we'll talk more about it when we get to it. All right. But you're in the zone. Now, the big one, Monday, the 22nd, you have the new moon solar eclipse in your sign happening around 5:30 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time, 29 degrees. That's a critical degree, as we know, anaretic degree. It is a culmination, graduation. There's something ending. You're getting ready for this big reset. And remember, South Node in your sign, this is on the south node. So there's something that's really got to go for this amazing rocket ship of something new coming through. Okay. Remember, you already had a little bit of a booster with a new moon in your sign, August 22nd. Yeah. That's at 0 degrees. This is just kind of taking it to the next level. So, as you can see, Virgo, this is a very pivotal month for you. A lot of big things happening. The seeds that you planted, the intentions that you set, August 22nd, you're going to start seeing it. Like, it's a 6-month process, all right, with eclipses, even with the new moon. So, really love this. But just remember, we've got to release some things, and it can be old patterns, habits, systems. And think also health, all right? Think also health, wellness, well-being, lifestyle, all that, okay? It all starts with, self-love, self-care, self-value. What's a big thing for you? Yeah, this month. And, ask yourself, am I sitting too much? Am I on my phone too much? Am I scrolling too much? Do I feel nurtured? Am I, Virgo, you know that you're all about service to others, helping others, supporting others. Yeah. Those are going to be things that are going to come up around this time. All right. Maybe even, maybe you'll get a service dog. That's, Virgo, you rule domestic animals and pets. So a lot of different things that could happen around this time. But I'm just going to tell you now, Saturn, Gordon Ramsay, is here for this new moon. So he's going to be opposite the new moon solar eclipse. So Saturn is going to may bring a little bit of a squeeze in terms of partnerships, relationships, and contracts. All right. Anything about maybe new responsibilities. He is preparing you for your new era. All right. Now, Monday, September 22nd. This is when everything, we move into Libra season, but then we also have the equinox. So that's a whole other thing. Again, we'll talk more about it, when we get to it in the weekly forecast. Big focus on partnerships and relationships, but also money. And again, material possessions, self-value, self-worth, all of that. It's got to be a thing, all right, for this entire month, to be honest. The thing that's not on the whiteboard between the eclipse and the equinox is Mars moving into Scorpio. That can be a little intense. We'll talk about it when we get to it. All right. It's very emotional. It's Mars who is happy to be in Scorpio. Mars rules Scorpio. He hasn't been here for years. So he's going to party. And you can party with him, right? Mars is all about drive and passion, ambition, libido. Scorpio rules your third house. So a lot of this is communication, PR, advertising, marketing, branding yourself. It's travel. It's a lot of family energy. Remember, you have a lot of family energy, especially siblings. And then your local community, education. Maybe you're going to be taking courses, learning something new to maybe even become, an educator in that industry, in that field. So just bear this in mind. Mars brings a lot of energy in Scorpio that has a lot of depth to it. Now, you see Mars square Pluto. So that's why I'm talking about Mars entering Scorpio, because as soon as he does that, he will start squaring Pluto. I'm right. So those are the two most powerful planets, and those are the two rulers of Scorpio. And it brings a little bit of not seeing eye to eyes and power struggles, maybe things that have to do with authority. But again, it is your third house. So there could be something here with agreements, or it could be something here with even leases, and you got home family stuff. Anyway, but you see that you've got amazing things happening too, Virgo. This is going to be a really big month for you. That thing just fell over. Okay. Thank you, Uranus. There we go. Virgo. That's a big new moon, okay? And yeah, there's a lot of y'all that have it, and it's so bonkers to even just think about that. I think a lot of y'all know I'm a 29-degree Virgo moon, so that new moon solar eclipse, then Virgo at 29 degrees, I'm gonna really feel. But y'all Virgos, obviously that one belongs to you, and all the mutable signs really will feel that. So let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. All right, for September 2025 for Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One of the most significant birthday seasons that you'll probably ever experience. Because remember, there's still a lot of things happening behind the scenes, right? So anyway, a lot of aspects. I didn't talk it too much about like the lunations and asteroids and planetoids, but yeah, they're all in the mix. But anyway, we'll get to that where we get to your weekly report, guys. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a monthly forecast. And if we need to pull clarifiers, Virgo, happy birthday, of course we will. And you know I love y'all. All right, I'm excited to see what's going on here. All right, so oh yeah, this is exactly this is it. This is it. It's gonna be a month, but you're gonna like you're gonna own it. You're gonna own it. This is upgrade energy, by the way. You got the 2 ones, okay? Great. Dear Virgos, you do take a step back. You do observe. You do plan. You know, you've got your Trello boards. You got your Notion. You got chat, whatever you got. You plan. Perfect. Okay, I love this because there is a sense of like, yes, you got the world in your hand. You've made some achievements. Now it's like, okay, I'm moving into eclipse season, my birthday season. A lot of things happening. What is next for me? Let me take a step back. Let me get to the highest point in my castle to show how much I've risen above and plan. Okay? So a lot of you are going to be processing things. And then when you're finished processing, wow. I don't think I've ever seen this. So you got the only 2 people that have the world in their hands. You see the orb in his hand, by the way, the Emperor in the heart of your spread. And that is a monthly forecast. This is a monthly reading. The Emperor is like the ruler of his destiny, the ruler of the land. It's the Emperor. This is mastery of self. And so, well, it's almost like you're Sidney Prescott. You're like, okay, I gone through some things, but then like, ooh, it kicks in. You know what to do. You sit in that throne. Yeah. Every single one, right? You're good. You're good. He's like the young emperor. Okay? You go straight to the emperor. And both cards, this is attributed to Mars and Aries. Emperor is Aries. Yeah. That the initiator, the trailblazer, pioneer, that action oriented, future forward, like all of that independent energy too. I'm showing you the Rams in his throne, right? Aries energy, but love it. A lot of passion, a lot of power, a lot of confidence. Okay, you're gonna be great. You got that 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're making this easy for me. I love this. In your challenge area, 2 things. Don't give up. You're gonna be fine. Okay, you're gonna be great. Everything that you worked hard for, don't worry about it. You got it. Okay, as long as you don't give up. Even with Saturn testing you, you've got to ask yourself though, remember, there's got to be some things that the universe is asking you to release. So are you holding on to something that you know, like deep down in your soul, is like, not for me? Yeah? So just keep that in mind. Okay. The other thing is like, there may be someone else involved here. Remember, I said there is a lot of partnership, relationship energy. It seems like there is someone here who also, like, maybe you do want to like end things with Tommy. And he's just like, no, and brings up, the boombox, whatever it's called, to your window. But you're like, you're not part of my, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to make big decisions, is all I'm saying. But also, eclipses are going to make you make big decisions. So is Saturn. But then also, eclipses are out of your control in a sense. Like, you can't really manifest. If they do their own thing. All right. So there may be you influenced by one of the eclipses where you're the one who wants to eclipse something. All right. So just bear that in mind. We're doing it all diplomatically this month. 2 of Swords. You see that, right? There is something here that you're sitting on. And it's like, yeah, you got to trust your intuition. You have to trust your emotions too. Be in touch with your emotions. Please. Okay? You see any cups? Be in touch with your emotions, all right? Even her. She's got her back turned to the sea, to the moon, to her emotions, to her intuition. Trust it. These swords are going to get heavy. Seems like there may be something that you're also like resisting a little bit, in terms of like, maybe you know there's something that you want to do or you want to happen, but it's like, you know, you're going to be fine. You got death and the root of your spread. You want this change. We're going through change. It's this entire month with death and the root of your spread. Yeah. This is a card of like just this transformational process. Now you see the horse is, it's walking. It's still going. It's a process. You're going through a process this month. You see the sun coming out on the horizon. This is everything. Okay. You're moving into this, a lot of opportunities, but it's like caterpillar to butterfly. And by the way, with all this Aries energy too, you even have that Libra energy here. Death attributed to Scorpio. Remember, Mars is moving into Scorpio. That'll be a thing. Anyway, all I'm saying is that you have 8th house activity really activated. That's Scorpio's home. You have Neptune still in Aries. Yeah. Chiron there. You have Eris there. You have Ceres, your planetoid there. So the 8th house is death and rebirth. There's transformation. Caterpillar to butterfly. Amazing. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles in your future. So it looks like you're going to be in a position where you're moving into this place where, yeah, you are going to be a lot more focused, a lot more like, you were going through so much fire and air energy the past few months. There was some intensity. Yeah. A lot of aspects that we've never seen in our lifetime. We didn't know how to handle them, and sometimes, yeah, there was some big things. That 4 of Pentacles, it's grounding. It's really nice. Yeah. Planning things for the stability moving forward. Just don't get wrapped up in like things really, like taking on too much, okay? Taking on too much responsibility and even like distancing yourself, okay, from other people. This is a month where you're gonna have to be social. You're gonna have to network. You're gonna want to be with people. You have a very like everything's that's activated for you. There's this element of being social, right? So keep that in mind. But also, I'm going to point out one last thing. You see her heart cross, yeah. He's crossing off his heart. What I say about no cups here? Heart-based living, be in touch, feel moved, you're going to feel powerful, but don't close yourself off to others and to yourself. Remember, self-love. All right, Virgo. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Virgo, yo, big month, big month, big month. I want to hear from you. There's a lot. There's a lot. And you love it. All right, so yeah, you're gonna be fine. Don't. Yeah, you're GOOOOOOOD. This is really great. You got the 4 of Swords, amazing. Yeah, just have that clarity. That's gonna really help you out, and just there's a sense of like just knowing that you have support all around you. You have comfort all around you. And I think that's something about Virgos is that there is, because you do represent like service to others, or Virgo represents like hospitality and like all of that. It's like let's be reminded that there's people for Virgos too, right? So I really love this. I love the fact that you got the Magician indicating something new. Yeah, at the beginning of this, the Fool's Journey, card 1. You have the Magician in your external factors area. There's also a big indicator that there's someone new coming into your life. It could be someone that is kickstarting this new journey for you, someone that may be on this journey with you. What I love about this is that please pay attention to and take action with Mercury in your sign, because the Magician is attributed to Mercury, okay? And you have Mercury in your sign. It's been a while, so it's really great. As above, so below with that Magician. There's new things happening. Now you have the 2 of Pentacles. Wow. A lot of this can be a big month of decisions. You got 3 2s, right? 2, 2, 2. Oh gosh. You got 2 4s too. 3 4s. Wow. Look at you. Duality, like 2s, right? but the Two of Pentacles. All right, so it's just, yes, there's a point this month where you're like, I just want. You've been juggling. You've been juggling. You don't want that. You don't want that anymore. You want that balance. Libra season's going to bring that balance. Even you got Mercury and Libra. You got a lot happening. You still have Mars and Libra the first half too. So, especially with the relationships, there may be a little bit of like, I need my day to day to be like a little bit more stable. You're good. You have the Ten of Cups. Your final outcome. So that's the happy everything card. The happy everything. You're gonna have these eclipses are so good for you. Okay, so just remember, if there's anything with eclipses where something's like unexpected, just remember it really is. You don't want to force it. You just want to kind of see the way things are moving. Happy family, happy couple, happy everything here. Happy everything. This is so much joy. All right, joy and love. I mean, that's high frequency right there. And then when you think about four, think about like stability. Think about like four legs of a dog, four legs of a table. Yeah. So with these fours, it's just kind of like that, like stability moving forward. And then you're actually really good. I don't think you need anything clarified. If there's anything we can see, what time is it? Okay, we can look at the Four of Pentacles. You want to do that? All right, happy birthday. Yeah, strength. You're gonna be fine. You're good. There's a lot of you're in planning mode, but just don't not trust your intuition. Okay, remember, like, just the fact that you got that Ten of Cups. Remember, I said like no cups. Look at that. Look at what you're moving toward. And it's amazing. You got strength as well. That's amazing because you got literally the only two people in all of tarot that have the symbol of infinity over their head. So it's that action, that passion, that courage, that strength inside you, that belief where anything is possible becomes real. Okay? You got all of them, by the way. You see the Pentacles bound in the symbol of infinity. I mean, what? You got all of them. That's a big sign. You got all of them. Why doesn't it happen? Especially with the fact that you got strength right next to the Magician. What? You're good. Okay, let's break it down week by week. The first week, you know all the aspects. We're gonna do the big one, the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. Let's see what you can expect, Virgo. Ooh, these cards. All right, there it is. All right, so yeah, don't even play with me anymore. You got the Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. There's something that you've earned. Yeah, there's this. Come on, she's standing in her garden of abundance. She's got these pentacles stacked up next to her. And if you're after money, pentacles are your physical world, your physical realm. But there is a sense of like self-sufficiency. There's a sense of like, I made it, I earned my spot. And it feels really good. A lot of enlightenment here. And this card is attributed to Venus in Virgo. It's her card. All right. So it's almost like a lot of you are going to be feeling that energy, that sense of wealth as well. It can be spiritual wealth too. Remember, but you see this in Venus all over again. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you for the second week. Second week is when you got the Sun and Mercury in your sign, sextile Jupiter. That's like the biggest thing of the second week. All right. Amazing. You got the High Priestess. That is also a week, by the way, where in the second week, I think that, yeah, I got to look back at it. But either way, you have the High Priestess. She is a guardian of the subconscious. All about reflection, going within. Remember, you're going to be doing that introspection anyway. This is following that full moon lunar eclipse, and she's highly associated with the moon. You see the sliver of the moon at her feet. Even her headdress is like the different phases of the moon. I mean, you're good. You're good. There's a sense of a little bit with that Two of Swords here too. By the way, a little bit of that kind of like let's really go within to figure out what we want moving forward. And there is a sense of uncertainty with eclipses, but as long as you trust your intuition, you're going to be fine. Yeah. Third week. Third week, the big thing is Venus moving into your sign, to be honest, for you. And Mercury in Libra. Third week for you. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? I don't even. Okay, so as you know, your life is changing this month. This is a bonkers life-changing month for you. You just got the world, the end of the major arcana. It's the end of your journey before that new moon. Solar eclipse in your sign. Huge new journey that's about to. I told you it's like a rocket ship. And the fact that you got the magician and the world, it seems like there is something here with even that 10 of cups in your final outcome where, yeah, there's other people involved. So please be present. Please be present. Don't go off to space by yourself. Anyway, let's see the last, and be very proud of yourself too. Okay? Let's see the, yeah, there definitely something with partnerships. And again, that can be career if you're not here for love, okay, and marriage. But there's, or like a one-on-one. Let's see what's going on for you the last week, which is the new moon solar eclipse in your sign. And that's a big thing. All right. So, oh yeah. So remember what I said, that new moon solar eclipse. You got this in your sign, Southland and Virgo at the same time, and Saturn opposite. Remember what I said. It's like a double dose of letting something go. You've got to let something go. Double dose. Yeah. There it is. And again, this can, the devil does represent, first of all, by the way, remember right before I pulled this card, I said, yes, something really with relationships and partnerships. And then you got the devil where the couple from the lover's card are chained to the devil here. So there can be something here with codependency. There can be something here with, obsession, especially with Mars moving to Scorpio and a lot of other stuff happening that last week too. As well as like, are you in a toxic relationship? And remember, it can be like with, is your boss toxic? Like it can be work related, whatever it is. Okay. We gotta let it go. And it can be also like subconscious, clearing the subconscious. Remember, you're guarded with that high priestess. She is the guardian. Yeah. And of the subconscious. But I love that you got the devil, because it is saying, if you really want to maximize this new moon in your sign, let's let everything go. Everything I said, like old structures, habits, patterns, ways of thinking. This is pessimistic thinking. This is all of that. Okay. Addictions, all of that. That's all here. We're going to, all right. Because ultimately the devil is just like an energy vampire. What's, again, what I said was taking up all your energy that you're just like putting this in a more, productive place. You're amazing, Virgo. Thanks so much. And yeah, we'll go deeper with the second spread. We'll see what comes out. Yeah, we're going to pull cards. And that's the thing. I like to see if there's any cards that show up that came up in your main spread. That's a big sign. That's over 150 cards. That's a big sign. Okay. And you get the same card from a different deck. And we'll look at career. We'll look at love. We'll look at a bunch of things. Virgo. And so tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. And then I'll see you soon. Virgo, I'm excited. This is exciting. A lot of power, a lot of change. All right. I will see you soon. Thanks so much. All right. Bye-bye.